We begin with a Dongtian movement. This movement symbolizes the cleansing of the hands, face, and heart. Its deeper meaning lies in connecting to heaven and earth, thinking of one's body as pure and merged with the universe. Sit quietly for a few seconds to prepare oneself. First movement, opening the heart. In the core of the soul that yearns to be free, shines the light of a gentle moonbeam, piercing the daunting darkness of illusion, lightly caressing the heart open to see. A sky so clear, air so refreshing. It is so familiar, though still a memory. Questions arise. What lies beyond? Is it just a moonbeam? Will it stay a wish? Nourished by intention, blessed by sweet effort, with a little bit of faith and a pure sense of wonder, ever so gently, ever so slowly, the moon of the heart is revealed. Second movement, love descends on me. Like a trusting child at the moment of birth, I receive the love that descends. I am bathed in the nourishing kindness of Qi. I believe in the gifts of the universe. The moonbeam is now a sure shaft of light that stills the chatter of my doubting mind. I revel in the love that embraces me. I am safe. I am fearless. I know I am ready. May the heavens guard the opening of my heart to see the clarity that is my core. In that knowledge is my courage. In that strength lies even more. Third movement, unraveling the heart. The knot in the heart is the feeling of smallness that we know as fear, shame, or pain. It is slowly unraveled, so gently undone, setting the heart free to move once again. In the silence of the process, beneath the feelings of smallness, within lies a wealth we find and reveal. Our own understanding, compassion for ourselves, the foundation of a heart that is healed. Relax and listen to the stirrings of the heart. Be ready for that wave of recall when we delight in the pleasure, in the knowledge and treasure, the freshness, the awakening of the soul. Fourth movement, suddenly lifting the veil. In an instant it happens. The heart knows the song. The soul knows the dance of the full moon's moonlight. Suddenly it comes, the freedom of knowing, of basking in the joy of now remembering. The weight of exertion is lifted away. the illusion of weariness dissolved by the moonlight. No longer just a memory, much more than familiar, the light seen at birth that is now here to stay. Fearlessness, freedom, fullness of being, the inner delight of simply existing. The purity, the clarity, the bliss of recalling, the awakening of the soul, a brand new beginning. Fifth movement, holding the heavens grounded on earth. A luminous space with an endless sky welcoming one to the moment of dawning. All smallness dissolves in the mighty expansion. There are no boundaries to this new beginning. A world is shown of infinite possibilities, lovingly offered to one unconditionally. Confidence, openness, a new sense of being. There is strength to embrace all that can be. Rooted in life, yet holding the universe. Being and non-being, immersed in believing. Receiving the gift to once again see. I know I am light. I yearn to be free. Sixth movement, freeing oneself to become a saint. Where does one go from this point on? Is it simply existence with no boundaries? Is there more to know, to be, and to see? How does one grasp what it means to be free? Tasting the experience leads to understanding that receiving the gift requires something more. One needs to practice to keep the heart open, to become rooted in the bliss at the core. When the soul is awakened, there is one true desire, to become one in the heart with no restraint. This giving of oneself with no conditions is freeing oneself to become a saint. Seventh movement, walk to the center of heaven. The lotus of the heart is now in full bloom. Through the tunnel of light, it glows, it rises. The crescendo of love swells to the crown, echoing, expanding like waves in the ocean. I walk into that space. I walk into that state. It now has become much more than just fate. Light upon light, revealing the splendor, the moment before birth, in heaven's center. In the infinite pause, beyond the threshold of time, is the doorway for souls that dive into life. And at the end of a life, of a heart that is open, is the very same doorway to the center of heaven. Eighth movement, return to the origin. A thirst of the heart, all forms of yearning, is a longing to return to the point of origin, a desire to reclaim the self long forgotten, to taste the deep contentment of just simply being. Like the ongoing cycle of birth and death, the natural sequence of hold and release, the flow of the in-breath, the flow of the out-breath. The circle is completed with the simplest of ease. The surrender that gives into the womb of nothingness becomes everything and nothing at all. There is only consciousness, a deep, profound stillness, the seamless silence that is both empty and full. We end with the Dongtian movement. May the practice of awakening the soul answer our deepest yearnings. May it bring all of us back to the freshness of a new beginning, where all becomes possible once again. May our lives become an expression of the inner joy that is our very essence. May the experience we gain from awakening the soul add to the ever-expanding world of the heart, the place where all answers are found and true freedom is experienced.